Alright. So, you know what the result of a small school not being able to field an 11-man team comfortably is? Well, you guessed it. They go down to 8-man football. So, I'm sure you're probably like, Rob, where are you going with this? There aren't very many 8-man teams in the area. Well, first off, you're wrong. There's more 8-man teams in the area than you think. Secondly, I'm going down back to my hometown roots of DeSoto for this one. Again, I know what you're thinking. Rob, every time you go down that road, it doesn't end well for you. And again, you're right. It usually doesn't end well for me. Because in the past I was dumb enough to leave my fan blinders on and not be able to see the big picture around me. Those days are gone. Well, Zika helped me learn that lesson the hard way. Even if they didn't block me on Twitter, they did teach me that lesson. So now, you know what the answer is? Let's start talking some 11-man football. Actually, 8-man this year. It had to be 8-man. I do miss the days of watching my friends on the gridiron, though. I really do miss that. But, let's see. At 8-man football, the DeSoto Pirates, 2022 was their first year of it. 2022. No one really knew what to expect other than the fact that you'd have 2 less linemen. Allegedly, you're playing on a smaller field than 80 yards, but I can tell you, 8-man football, the only thing that's different is there's 2 less linemen. The field, it's still 100 yards. I've seen the pit, it's 100 yards still. So, there's just 8 guys on the field, but still 100 yards. Still got the 2 end zones, the goalposts, the referees, everything else, you name it, it's still there. But DeSoto, in their first year of it, went 8-2 for their record when you count playoffs. Who were their 2 losses, you may ask? Well, those 2 losses were the Belmont Braves, who the Braves went on to the state title game before losing to the Newman Catholic Cardinals. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole of my opinion on Newman Catholic, even though I'm sure you guys know it already at this point. We're not going to go down the rabbit hole of Belmont. Not quite yet. I might preview them later, depending on how much time I have to play with. But those were the only 2 losses for DeSoto all year. In your first year of 8-man football, you go 7-1 in the regular season. You go 6-1 in the regular season. Yeah, win a playoff game to go to 7-1, then lose. 7-1 in the regular season. Win to go to 8-1 once you count the playoffs, and then lose again to the same school in a defensive slugfest of 14-12. You know what? The Pirates are doing good. So, roster-wise, well, the numbers took another drop, but they're like every small school. You're going to see the numbers fluctuate. They've been on a bit of a downhill decline lately, but DeSoto will make it work. This year's roster only has 16 players, and 3 of them are seniors. So, a young team, an 8-man. Alright, cool. That's like a lot of other small schools. You know they're going to have young, like, freshmen, sophomores on there with some juniors and seniors, but They got 16 guys. Can we say, hello, Iron Man? Well, not complete Iron Man, but mostly Iron Man. And then, when they were interviewing Coach Evwick on Channel 19, he flat out said that he feels that the offense is a little ahead of where it was last year. If the offense is ahead of where it was last year, on a year where you went 8-2, again after the playoffs, hopefully your defense is just as far ahead as it was of where it was last year too, to continue the success that they've had the almost 30 years between 11 and 8-man football. Hopefully it continues for those boys, because it gives them something to be proud of. But the real question, and we need answers for this one, the real question is, with Ev in his old beat-up Vikings hat, and then Mooney in his fishing boots with cargo shorts, and a shirt and a bucket cap, can you find me a better duo when it comes to outfit planning, stuff like that, than those two? I will sit and wait, but I am betting you, you cannot find a coaching staff that dresses more for comfort than they do. Old beat-up Vikings hat with cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and then Mr. Mooney wearing fishing boots on the sideline. Good luck finding me another team where their coaches dress for comfort, man. But if you do, please feel free to hit me up on the Rob Dog Sport Brief hotline, because I cannot wait, and I will need photographic evidence of that. But until then, let's see how the Pirates do with this smaller squad, and the smallest squad in school history, at least recently. And if they have signs of slowing down, which it looks like they do not at the moment.